It's so obvious, like you've mentioned yourself. It became so obvious to everybody in the country that in spite of the fact that the security agencies were trying in their own way to really get us over all this insecurity, we got to know that people were leaking information about the movements of these security agencies to the bandits. It was so obvious. There was this particular one. They got hold of a sensitive information that ISWAP, they were coming from northeast to come to Kaduna and that area. Now they were trying to move, a tactical move, so that they would start the trouble from there again. And the security agencies got to know about it. But while they were telling each other in their own, through their own routes of exchanging information, it got into wrong hands, and they leaked it to those people, and they changed tactics based on the information they got from people that are Nigerians too. That's what beats me. You know, it's really bad. What's happening to our country is something so many of us had never thought could ever happen to this country. This is a great Nigeria. I still have a lot of hope in my country. I have lots of hope in my country. Understand? And believe me sincerely, US, they went through a lot to get to where they are. I know it is good that we don't want to take 100 years, 200 years before we to get to that their position. It makes sense because they've done it before. We know the route they took and how they got there. In the list, we can put everything down, study it, and amend our own way to get there quicker than they did. And I'm not against that. But at the same time, we have our own peculiar problems, and we will have to solve these problems in our own way. You know, some of them will take time. Some of them we will solve almost immediately. Whoever, nobody, except for a few of us that saw this coming. But I've been telling my friends long time ago that since that thing started in Libya, I've been wondering that these things will have a shared over effect on Nigeria. But maybe we were too confident about the might and ability and capacity of our security agencies. Nigeria Army, I still owe them in ISC. It's just that, see, there are things that are done normal that are happening. Nigeria Army is not a useless army. Armed forces of Nigeria, they are one of the best in the world. Go and ask Sierra Leoneans, go and ask Liberians. Nigeria Army liberated them. So what are we talking about what is happening there? There are pecuniary issues in here. There are people that are seeing this as business. There are people that are doing this as business. When they are killing your own people. And you want to make money from that. God is there to judge all of us. So I have moved it, and they committed it to the committee, and I'm so fortunate that I'm also a member of that committee, and I'm a good member of that committee, and I know we'll do the needful. We need, and unfortunately, when it gets to a certain level, you might not be able to say everything on camera. You know, security issues are not what you advertise on your cameras, and so when you come for me that time and I start rumbling, I start dodging you, just know that it's security issue. I'm bound not to say something here, okay? But whatever it is, Whatever we do will be in the interest of Nigerians and Nigeria as a country. I have absolute confidence in my country. A lot of people are saying a lot of things. I'm not moved. Some of them are really saying it the way they feel it is. You understand? Some people want us to divide and form Dudua nation and not the rest. I don't have anything against them. But I know I have a superior argument.
Okay.
America is a continent. It's not a country. And they call it a country. Why cannot the whole lot of Africa be a country? It gives them a lot of capacity. It gives them a lot of, their GDP will not be measured on what we have here. It will be measured on that whole large place and what they can put into it. Can you imagine what they can put into it? Our 7 states in America are bigger than Nigeria. So that's what we are saying. See, what is giving us the edge in Africa is our bigness and our population. Let's face fact. Or if not, then they will have overtaken us.
Yeah.
But whatever they produce in Ghana today, the market is in Nigeria. If you do us anyhow, we will do you anyhow too when it comes to buying those things. You need us to buy because the number is here. You understand? And we've been blessed by God. Abi, we've been blessed by God. So that's what I'm just saying. A lot of things have to be addressed. A lot of people in this country, they are so pompous, so proud about where they come from, and they believe they are leaders over the other people. It's not true. Is because you see what is really what the problem here is we were supposed to be a federal system. We were supposed to be practicing. Are we people practicing through federalism? No, that's where the problem is coming from. When they sacked, there was even a document that is circulating all over the place that said this union should be reviewed after 100 years. We are past 100 years. Let's sit down and review it. How can people be claim to the fact that they hold the whole country? From where to where? Where do you want me to go? That's why nobody should go that route at all. Because it will be fight to finish. I have to wait in my father's place and say I cannot move from here. You cannot displace me from my father's place, from where I was born, from where my parents are one of those that got to the place first and entrenched themselves there and established that village called the name of my village. How? I won't move away from there, no matter what is coming. One, I want to assure you, we will take this to its logical conclusion. That's why I'm involved. I try. If you notice me on the floor very well, I talk when it's necessary for me to talk. And I will not stand up and repeat what somebody has said before. I won't do it. If I put my hands and I'm determined about an issue, we will take it to its logical conclusion. I can assure you. This one, see, we are leaders because sometimes we need to take decisions for our followers. Some of them might not even be palatable in the sense of it. But if you now look at it on a long-term basis, or what in effect will do to the generality of the country, you might not take that kind of decision your followers want you to take. And as a leader, you should be able to take it. And that is what happens sometimes. It's not that they throw it into the dustbin all the time. It's just that it's painful to stop it at that instant, but you are stopping it because you know the repercussion of going ahead. I'm not saying that will happen to this one. We are going to do a lot of things, but at the same time, we have to look at the generality of Nigerians, how it will affect all of us. If it's going to do more harm than good, we will not go ahead because we want to stop insecurity for now. There are other ways. We are getting by. Abi, the federal government had to do what they needed to do, and I'm so happy they did it. They switched off Zamfara and the adjoining states around them that share the same mast with Zamfara. They switched them all off, so nobody could call anybody to send all these messages. So we don't need a law to do that. There's a government in place. They've taken the right decisions. It's a regulation for now. They don't need to bring it to the house. They've done it, and it's giving them results. So I'm clapping. Okay? When we look at this very well, we see if it's by means of throwing up a law and like that, we then the whole committee. They're giving you a committee that is supervising almost all the security agencies in this country. So let's be committed to that committee. We have to sit with them, hear them out, and we are not fountain of knowledge. The people that are really involved, and they will tell us what they, if whatever they come up with, we will need to have to put up a law to achieve whatever they want us to do. We will do it. I'm very pretty sure this house will do it.